Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to my channel, Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing our longer reading from October 17th through the 31st for my Aries. Hello, my Aries. Well, longer readings mean that I use 3 decks of cards. I use my Bradley Valentine Angel Tarot cards, and that gives me my main message. Then I go to my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, kind of fills in those gaps. And then I end up with my Osha Zen Tarot cards for any words of advice. Now, I have another deck. I have my Bradley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. And I like that deck, so I'm going to pull one card at the end just to see if we can get a summary of what you need to know. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all decks with Reiki energy. Remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like. Leave the rest. October is going to be an interesting month. It's going to become a little bit more interesting when Scorpio season starts. Scorpio season starts October 22nd, 23rd, depending on where you're at. And Scorpio likes to actually kind of stand back and watch things happen. Scorpio doesn't like to reveal things. However, with this, there's some things that are going to make the season of Scorpio very explosive, okay? It's going to be very high energy for the season, and it's going to be extremely, for some people, it could be just too much. It's not going to be negative energy, but it can be too much energy. Think back to June, July, and August, when that energy, and it was very intense. But this isn't going to be necessarily that type of digging up and cleaning out and showing everybody. Okay, so we're going to put that to the side for a second. The new moon in September, which was Libra, was about new beginnings. October 13th is a full moon in your sign. So this new beginning stuff is being kind of should we say solidified? It's being unveiled. Unveiled. That's more the word. That's what I'm hearing. Unveiled. It's being revealed, but it's being unveiled. It's kind of like, the waiter or the chef pulling off the silver thing and showing you the meal. Okay, it's being unveiled. It's being revealed to us. Okay, sure. We'll take you to. So with that, that's up to and into your full moon, and your full moon then goes a couple more weeks with that type of energy still. So there's all this stuff, new. Then we come to the new moon, the 28th of October in Scorpio. The thing about that new moon, though, is that it is opposing Uranus. And with that, it's expect the unexpected, because the new moon's all about new beginnings too. Expect the unexpected. Scorpio seasons, the season of Scorpio is not going to be, it's like I said, it's not going to be on the QT. It's going to be like, oh yeah, we're showing everything now. It's not going to be secrets revealed as much as it is a lot of destiny, a lot of karma being met. Okay? Then, what else do we have? Then, on the 31st of October, it might be the 1st of November, depending on where you are, Mercury goes retrograde. And if you've been watching, I talk about the shadow of Mercury. Shadows are, when anything goes retrograde, shadows start 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after, okay? So it's like the planet starts to slow down, or, these are all illusional retrogrades, but they appear to be, slowing down 2 weeks prior. So Mercury is about communications. Everybody will tell you never buy anything electronic during Mercury retrograde, okay? And that lasts until the 20th of November. And this is the first time that it's totally in Scorpio, okay? Or it's, the majority, I don't know. Because I think that Sagittarius is starting the 22nd. So could be wrong on that. But this is like that time that it's like totally in there. We've had the last 2 Mercury retrogrades have started in Pisces or started in Cancer, but it then finished up in the, in the corresponding sign with that. So this will be totally in Scorpio. So again, this is about communication. So whatever the 2 weeks prior, whatever you've been talking about, emails, phone calls, texting, even things on the news, it's going to be revisited and revisited until probably that 2 weeks after it goes direct. Okay. Then, and this is the last thing I'm going to give you. Then what happens is that during October, Mercury shows his head many times over. So again, this is all about getting messages, communications, getting messages, receiving messages, giving messages, messages, all through the rest of this October. Okay? Okay. So, how's that? My Aries, we have 3 cards face down. Middle card is reversed, a strong message. Remember, I'm an intuitive channeler, so sometimes I hear things and I might go off a little bit. Let's go on and see what we have. The Knight of Earth, Earth energy. My Aries, this is, I feel, okay, Earth is very much your Taurus, your Capricorn, your Virgo, money. I'm feeling this is money energy for you. You want money, and I don't mean that you want it. Well, I mean, you might want it because you really want it, but it's like you need, it's like, okay, this is what I need. I want this money so I can do this with this money. I went to school, I'm educated, I'm trained in this, so I want to be paid my worth. This is really about, I really feel that you will be communicating a lot about raises, about promotions. You will be communicating, I really feel this is very strong with money, and I think that it's strong with your job, and I think you will be communicating or negotiating. I think that your negotiations will be very firm though. And I will warn you, don't make any threats per se. Like if you don't give me this money, I'm going to leave, unless you actually have a place to leave too. But this is very strong. I feel very strong communications about money for you. And this will be, I feel that this is about your job. Or it could be too, it could be about, like a deal. I'm feeling like a deal that, maybe there was some sort of stock. Maybe you were supposed to have a return on investment and you're like, and why didn't I get what I expected? Okay, but there's going to be some really strong talks about money. Okay, so Knight of Earth, loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments, a guardian angel. Whenever I'm doing something that might be a little bit, it might be uncomfortable, or it might be more that the return is really dependent, on that I'm expecting that higher return on investment. This is that time. You pull in the big guns. You pull in your guardian angels, spirit guides, voice of the universe, your divine, your higher power, whoever that is. You pull them in and you say, hey, you got to have my back on this, okay? Next card is reversed, but yeah, I really feel very strong discussions about money. Shall we say that again? No, let's go on to the next one. This is reversed, and here's your Page of Water. Okay, so water is our Scorpio energy. It is also our Pisces and Cancer energy. It's very emotional and fluid energy, and pages just jump in. So this is, I'm not quite sure where this is about with you. Is this somebody coming into your life that's actually for you to negotiate about your money? Is this somebody coming into your life that actually might be on that romantic pathway? I normally don't go down those roads, but I do feel that this is more of an emotional attachment. So while you're working on your money situation, and the strength in this is amazing. There's also some vulnerability here with the relationship, okay? And it's a really interesting one. It's not I don't get a bad vibe with this at all. In fact, it's kind of like it's like this is what you present to work, and then this is who you are on the intimate side, okay? So there could be this relationship coming for you. There could be somebody, I talked about this being destiny, and this being, this could be opening up for you. So relationships, be aware. New people could be coming into your life. New relationships could be coming into your life. Now, again, relationships could be your job, career. It could be intimate, and it could be family. But I'm feeling more that intimate relationship coming. Okay. Intuitive, sensitive, artistic, and friendly. A new person enters your life. A relationship begins a new phase. Heightened psychic abilities. And it's really interesting because at work or at this money thing, you're all assertive and you're all almost to the point of aggressive. And then with this relationship, it's really fun. Okay. It brings out that fun side. And with this, since we're still in Libra season, so I'm feeling this might be more this Libra part, until that 22nd, 23rd. It's more of this balance. It kind of balances you out. Okay, it's like you have this opportunity to get rid of that assertive, aggressive energy, and then you have this fun and actually loving energy. Very cool, my Aries. Okay, next card, the Knight of Fire. Here you are again. This is your energy. It's also Leo and Sagittarius, burning, passionate energy, and this is you just really embracing your life. This is you embracing the parts of your life. And this is you, it's like you, almost being protective over these parts, being protective and being very, and I feel that this, yes, while there is that work thing and that money thing that you're not going to let go of, I feel like this is protective and very strong about this relationship energy. Okay? So this is Knight of Fire, passionate, adventurous, self-assured, restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. And, and I do feel you being impetuous in this relationship. But it's almost like it's something that you might not have done. You were probably a little clearer in your thinking in past relationships, but this relationship is more a case of you just wanting it and you just going for it. Okay. So here we have this work thing going on with this money, and you fighting for it. I do think that you will, you might have to compromise on it, but I think you'll be successful and get maybe more than what they wanted to give you. And you might be okay. You will be okay with that, or you'll just make your plans to move on. But this relationship thing, this new person in your life, it's a person that's already established, and that you just bring it up to this higher level. I love that. And you really just feel like, I need to do this. I need to do this. This is time. It meets my, I just really feel that you're very giving too. You're very giving, which, it's like you're more giving in this relationship than you have been in others. How's that? Okay. So let's go and ask for some clarification on this. Sometimes these cards also give us additional information on something brand new. So here we go. The crown chakra, 7, very complete number, 7 days a week, very complete. The crown is that connection, okay? Chakras, look it up on the internet. It's all over the place, or YouTube. But the crown is what connects you to that higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, whoever that is. This is that. This is listening. This is listening. Didn't we have something about, yes, we had heightened psychic abilities, and this is that. This is that connecting. Now, the third eye, that's another chakra, but this is that truly connecting. This is that truly, this is being one with this is almost being one with your destiny. This is being one with your pathway. Okay, this is being kind of this one. Now, let's see what our next card says. The waiting game. Okay, the waiting game, well, what can I say about this? The waiting game sometimes is that you put your seeds, you plant your seeds, you put out what you want, you send it out to the universe, and then you just have to wait. Or it could be that you have been doing this and now the waiting game is coming to that conclusion. Or it could just be wait a little bit longer. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, this is reverse. That's a strong message. Fertility. Fertility. Okay, so here, this fertility is about new growth, new birth, new opportunities, new, um, new, okay, adventures is coming to me too. Starting something, remember us talking about putting down your seeds, and now it's waiting for them to, for your harvest to grow, okay? So this is that time for you. Now, maybe this is telling you to be cautious with the relationship, not that it's not a good relationship, but maybe be careful that you do not go too fast in this relationship. Now that's always like, it's like, what's too fast, what's too slow, but don't push, don't push the relationship, because a lot of the things that a lot of the seeds, a lot of the preparation that you're doing now, it's landing on fertile soil. So whereas you may meet somebody, or you may already know somebody, and you may already see yourself married to that somebody, well, that other person has to also, get up to speed to where you're at, or you have to slow down to wherever that person is, okay? And remember what I was saying about the energy. It may be very affected, it's going to affect everybody. It's going to be very positive energy, but it can be overwhelming. So it could be that's like what puts that hand behind you to keep you going forward. And the other person in this, because I think this is about your relationships, the other person, it just may be kind of almost like stopping them from going forward. So if this other person is the one that you think that you want to develop a relationship with, and the fertility kind of sounds like you are going to develop something, that there is a relationship that's going to be developed, you need to make sure that you're aware of your energy and how it's affecting you, and that other person, or, and again, that could be a job, it could be your family, and how it's affecting them. Okay. But this is really, really strong. It's really, be wise, be really, I don't want to say careful, but, don't throw it all out there at that other person, okay? Because they're not going to be able to catch it at this point. It doesn't mean that they're not in another week or two, or even another month or two. But just, do you know what I'm trying to say? Don't overwhelm them. My Aries, you can be overwhelming. And, this is that thing. It's like, if you start sending the person gifts all the time, and, and it's like, wow, a lot of times when somebody's doing that, a lot of times people look at that on the receiving end as red flags. Okay. So watch the red flags that you send out. How's that? Okay. Any words of advice? But really, it's very, last couple of weeks, very positive for you. And the strength, whatever this money thing is for you, that you're going to argue over, that you're going to go to bat, I do think it's going to come out well for you. Okay. Could be a negotiation of salary too. Okay, first card. Okay. Awareness. Remember what I was just saying? Be aware of, I really feel that this is a strong, romantic, intimate type of relationship. But at the same time, you need to be aware, instead of rushing in, you need to be aware of what the other person's feelings and needs are. The word needs comes to me, okay? Next, exhaustion. Yeah. It basically, the energy is going to be really high. It can be very exhausting. But at the same time, you've got these two very emotional things going on. One is whatever this crusade is, it is crusade for this money, and whatever this romantic interest is. Okay, so just guard against that. Get enough sleep. Okay, next card. Thunderbolt. Be prepared for your life to change. This is about change. Whether this be with the job or this intimate, nothing is going to stay the same for you now, Aries. Be prepared for your change. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense because because this relationship, whatever, and it could still be a job. It is going to make you, it's not like you're changing yourself for somebody, it's not that per se, but it is giving you new perspective. It is giving you, it's like, I want to do this. I want to it might be that you're putting somebody else's needs before yourself right now, and you haven't, maybe you don't necessarily trust that because when you've done it before, it's slapped you. But it's kind of like now again, it's this major change. It's changes in life. Okay, so let's go one more card. Anything, what last word? Okay, here we go. Okay, well that card slid out, so we're going to take that card. It is reverse, strong message, and here we go, the sun. The sun, Archangel, Power Tarot card. This is Archangel Uriel. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. It all works out well for you. It all does. So I like that for you. It's going to be some changes for you, but they're all positive. So my Aries, as always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.